Well, brilliant, 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 brilliant. How are you? Rashda, you
I'm
there?
fine. What about you?
Ah,
Yeah.
very good. Very good. I got no complaints, none whatsoever. I'm happy. I'm happy. Always, pretty much. That's part of it. When you get your life sorted out, it's not very hard to be happy. As a matter of fact, it's kind of difficult to not be happy. It takes kind of a lot of work to not be happy.
No, no, no. I'm sorry. I don't agree.
Yeah, well, you can't agree unless you've been there. So yeah, I hear you. Yep, yep.
When you're trapped in a narcissist plan or his
Oh no, no,
abuse,
no.
how
Oh no.
can you be happy?
Well, I didn't say that
The
you
only
can be this
person.
way. You had to hear the preliminaries. There were conditions to this. Yeah. I said
Okay.
when you get your life sorted out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is not under when you're under negative conditions, then it's more difficult. Yes. Not impossible. But still, when you get your life sorted out, it's kind of difficult to be unhappy. But that's the point, is to get
Yeah.
your life sorted out. That's what we're doing, right? This is what Wave Impeccability is all about. It's a toolbox for getting your life sorted out, right? Isn't that what we're doing? Yeah?
Yeah. I was writing it.
Yeah. To live impeccably means not to be right all the time. Yeah?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that. A lot of people think it does, but it doesn't mean that. Yeah. That's just silly. No, to live impeccably means to be right according to your conscience every time, always. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
you're living according to your conscience, your inner integrity. You're living according to what's right to you. Yeah. And when you know you're doing what's right, it's very hard to be unhappy. Might not always be pleasant.
Mm.
Might not always be pleasant. Yeah. But if you're doing what's right, you're still happy, even if it is unpleasant. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, happiness comes in many
Okay.
flavors. Right?
Yeah. And peace is also happiness. And
Exactly.
best type of happiness, I think.
Exactly. So is fortitude. So is strength. So is forbearance. So is discipline. Yes. So is ethics. So is courage. All of those are part of happiness. Yeah. Flavors of
Yeah.
happiness. All of those, when
I'm
applied appropriately.
I was thinking about, okay.
I'm saying all of those, when applied
I was thinking
appropriately,
about
are rightness. Yeah.
yeah,
That was my
appropriateness.
right. But rightness, this was my word for impeccability before I used the word impeccability. When I was a kid, as a boy, that was what I called it, rightness.
Mm.
Yeah. Now, not moral rightness, and that's why I moved away from that word, because it's got that taint of morality to it. And morality is just a mess for the most part. This is just people's ideas, and they're trying to box things and say you've got to do it exactly like this every time. No, there is no hard and fast to morality. It's always appropriate. Yeah, it's always about appropriateness. And sometimes that line moves, yes, as we know. Yeah. Lots of ambiguity in morality. Yeah. What's that? Say
My
again?
thought,
Take it easy.
my
Take it
thought
easy.
is not, in the morning is just like this.
Ah,
like
that's
a uh,
froggy.
alien of Ben 10.
Yeah, yeah, froggy. That's all right. That's all right. Mine too sometimes. Yeah, yeah. All right. So this is very powerful, right? So to live impeccably is to not only live according to what's right to you, to your conscience, to your integrity, to your sensibility, to your sobriety, but also to know that that rightness adapts, changes, updates, evolves. Rightness is not static. Yes?
Yeah, because our surrounding is changing constantly.
Exactly. Not only that,
So we have to adapt and
but you are
uh,
changing constantly. So I do what's right according to me, but I only know so much. I only know so far. And then afterwards, I'm like, what did I do? It's like, I was unaware. I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know. At the time, I did what was my impeccable best. So I've got no hang-ups. I've got no complaints about it. Yeah, it didn't turn out fine, but okay, it didn't turn out the way I wanted to. All right, no problem. I know for next time. Next time, I make a different decision in the same situation. See, that's what I'm saying. Rightness is not static. Very important to be aware of. So I've got something for you to please put in your dictionary of power. Right? Just a little quote. It's only as good as it lasts. That's it. So everything, it's only as good as it lasts. In other words, if it stops working, doesn't last, then it's no good anymore, and it changes. You update, you throw it away, you replace it, whatever. Yeah, it's only as good as it lasts.
yeah.
Very, very, very powerful, and that includes rightness. That includes everything. Yes, because this is the core of appropriateness. Appropriateness expands and adapts according to your awareness, your understanding, your awareness of context, your awareness of motivations, your ability to see the bigger picture. All of that is part of appropriateness. Yeah. Very, very, very big deal. Very, very, very big deal. Yes.
Okay, so I was thinking about the intentions, clarity of intent, and so
Intentions or intent? Which? Which?
in
And what's the difference? Very important point. Very,
I
very
uh,
important point.
I call it as thoughts or ideas that we plan to for the good of ourselves or the surrounding people, and we
All right.
want.
Yeah, but you're defining both intent and intentions, and you conflating the two, and you thinking they're merely just a different way of using the word. No, they're two different things. So I want to just elaborate on this and make it very clear here. The difference between
Okay,
intent and intentions. It's a
okay.
massive big difference, right? You know the saying that says the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Yes? You know the
What?
saying? You don't know the saying? It's a famous saying.
No, which thing?
The saying is the road to hell is
A road
paved with good
to
intention.
hell is paved. Acha.
With good intentions.
Why is that?
Because you say, oh, but my intentions were good, right? Well, what does that mean?
Ah,
It means you had a good belief, a good thought, a good idea, a good wish, a good hope. And, well, what did it matter? Nothing. See, that's what an intention is. And the difference. So an intention is a wish, a hope, an idea, a thought, a belief, anything that you would like to see happen. And intent, on the other hand. So
yeah.
so if you have an intention, it doesn't mean it's going to happen. It will happen. Are you doing something about it? No, it's just a wish and a hope and an idea and a thought. And right. Just it's in my heart. Those are my intentions. Yeah, well, it means bugger all. You can have all the good intentions, but you're still behaving like an idiot, right? Or you're still doing stupid stuff. So, see, intentions mean nothing. In other words, they just empty, right? They're hollow, completely and utterly hollow. So you'll never ever, you've never heard me use the word intention. Never. If you pay attention, you'll see it. Never ever have I used this word. Right. However, an intent,
Mm.
if you, Rashta, if I said to you, what is your intent when it comes
Okay.
to this? You can't say what your intent is unless you are committed to doing it. If you say, oh, you know what, this person, they had this deep intent to do it, that means this is a commitment that they are going to do this no matter what. Correct? See the difference? And intent is more than just a commitment to action. When you set an intent, you now bring the universe into things. You're putting an energy out there which
Actually, good
engages the
morning.
universe.
Okay. Okay. Good morning, baby.
Yes. Can baby just put on pause 1 second? I'm right in the middle of a very important point. Can baby just hold? Can you just wait 1 minute, please, baby? I want to finish this. When you set an intent,
Yeah, yeah.
you also engage the energy of the universe, right? You set the whole big motion in process, right? So it's not only you and your
Mm,
actions, but also the universe. If you think of you being in like a big clockwork thing, right? And when you move, everything else moves around with you, except, you don't have much power in where your little movements. So, you affect the world around you, but not the whole world. But when you set an intent, you start to put that clockwork in motion to get you what you want. And the whole world has to now change to produce what you want. Yeah. So you utilize the energy of the world when you set an intent. Setting an intent is a very, very sacred, profound, and powerful thing. It's truly magic. Literally, in any way, shape, or form that you wanted to find it. Now, fine, let's throw magic out. Intent is M is equal to E divided by C squared. That is the mechanism for making things happen. Yeah. That's that divide mechanism of taking energy, slowing it down. Intent is what does that. Yeah. So this is the key point. So intent is
mm.
not only your commitment, but it's you engaging the universe to assist you. So intent is an incredibly, incredibly powerful thing. Yes.
So, what I have gathered that intention is a thought and intent is an action.
Correct. But intent is also a thought. Intention is a particular kind of a thought. It's a wish and a hope.
So,
Yes.
intent becomes action, thought that leads to action.
Right. Right. Why? Because there is a commitment involved. When you set an intent, you're not only committing yourself to acting it, but you setting the mechanism of getting what you want, of realizing that intent in motion. Yes. So that is the action already when you set things in motion. Yes. Right.
Mm.
You see?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Intent is an action and it is a commitment to action at the same time, both together. Yeah, it's a very particular thing, intent. Intent is one of the cornerstone conceptions in your dictionary of power, right? Intent is a
Mm.
huge, huge, hugely important concept to understand. It is critical. Everything that we do is geared towards being able to set an intent appropriately. That's why impeccability is so
Mm.
crucial. Because when you set an intent, this is a profoundly serious action. This is you need your utmost sobriety, yes, when setting an
Yeah.
intent. You can't just go around setting an intent for all sorts of nonsense reasons. Yeah. Because everything has consequence. You getting the whole universal mechanism to work for you. Yes. So you better be sure that your intent is justified, it's solid, and that you have thought it through to the end. Yes, and that you've perspective shifted to multiple perspectives so that you've got all your ducks in a row. You've done all your due diligent research. Yes, you know exactly, you have complete and utter clarity as to this intent. Yes, that's why clarity of intent is so important. One of the reasons, many other reasons. Clarity of intent is absolutely critical when it comes to pertinence and relevance, which leverage emphasis. Really key. So my point is this clarity of intent. Intent is a big word. That's why the module name is intent and appropriateness. Intent without appropriateness is disaster. I had a participant who was having a hard time dating. He says, I date and I put the intent out to get the right man and I get them and they match all my conditions. I mean, even to down to like height and hair color and all of this stuff, right? Very precise. They say, yeah, but it still
Okay.
didn't work out. Hmm.
Mm.
Luckily, I'm wise to the ways of intent. No, I'm just teasing a little bit. But at least I had some clue as to what might be. I suspected there might be a counter intent. So I didn't say that, but I just asked the person, so tell me about your last relationship that you were in. So that was a long time ago now. So what happened? Well, I really loved them deeply and it went good and then it went bad and man, it dragged out. It was terrible and it just went on and eventually it ended and it was a mess. And man, I was so fed up with this. I just said, I never want to have a relationship again. And when they said that, their eyes went big like horses, right? Oh my God.
Mm.
They realized they had set an intent. They didn't just say that, they meant it at the time. They were utterly sincere. They set an intent to not ever have a relationship again. Now they came with the intent to find the right man, but it was counterbalanced and contradicted by the intent to not have a relationship. So they started to get in and things go well. And well, by the time it gets to relationship time, after a few dates or whatever, knowing the person for a little bit, it starts to become a relationship. At that stage, the thing inevitably fell apart. Why? Because they'd set an intent not to have a relationship. You see why we need to have clarity of intent, or one of the reasons. Yeah, it's a very powerful thing, intent. It is the
So
mechanism that
how
makes the world work. What's that?
okay. So okay. So I mean she decided that she won't have a relationship now. Now she thinks that she
Well, she had
should
to
have.
cancel that intent
So how we can nullify the first intent?
by canceling it, by literally saying, I cancel my intent that I set to not have a relationship again. Which means I now set a
Okay, so
relationship to have. It's just awareness, just clarity again. See, there was the intent and it was ongoing. All she had to do was be aware of it, have clarity of intent in a different way now, right? There's many different variations of clarity of intent. It means different things in different situations. Once she became clear of that, in that moment that she realized she set it and she didn't want it anymore, in that moment she'd already canceled it. Yeah. So just being aware of it is enough. Awareness is very often self curative, pretty much always. In this case, simply being aware cures the problem. You don't have to do anything else. Huh?
okay, what I gather
By the
here
way, you
is
see on
that
my background there, I've got the mist rolling in here. It's getting bigger. You see, my picture's alive. It's the sun that's shining on my green screen. And as the sun is moving, it looks like this mist is rolling in. Isn't that pretty amazing? Anyway, so yeah, you got to be very, very cautious and be
uh,
aware of your intents. And if need be, you need to change them. Yeah.
so what I think and I have gathered here is that there is so much thing that are going on around us, and the thoughts and action that we previously I mean even thoughts that we had in our past, they are still not a past, they are still having some vibrations or some effects on us. So here we
Yeah.
have to cancel that, so
Yes.
our
Yes.
brain knows
Yes.
that it's now it shouldn't be affecting our
Yeah.
life. So and we have to move to the other. I mean, that's a new thing for me, because I cancel my plan. I have so many contradictory thoughts.
Intense. Yes.
One time
Thoughts
I'm
is one thing, and
thinking
intent
about,
is a different thing. Right?
yeah, I mean, obviously thoughts are leading us to intent. Basic
Maybe,
thing is a
maybe, not necessarily. I mean, you can have all the thoughts you like, just don't make an intent about it. It's a different thing. Two different things. Intents,
hmm.
thoughts aren't intense. No.
Okay, so
And intent
if
is
we have,
something that you deeply and sincerely, with all your energy, actually truly want.
hmm,
However,
okay,
however, what is the difference between a want and an intent? Yes. I mean, for the most part, they're kind of the same, but this is something that you really want. You ask people, you say, well, do you want a Ferrari? Oh, yes, I'd love a Ferrari. Would you like high insurance payments? Oh, no, not so much. Would you like to be low down and everybody's looking down at you? Not so much. Would you like everybody really paying all this attention? You always got to worry about somebody stealing your Ferrari? No, not so much. Would you like, uh, when you go to the supermarket, would you be okay with, having your precious Ferraris enamel dented and, it's paint? And it's like, oh God, no, that would be horrible. That would be a nightmare. I'd be terrified of going to the supermarket. Would you be okay getting tickets just because you drive a Ferrari? Oh no, oh, never mind on that Ferrari. Yeah, you see my point? What people want and what they
hmm,
really want are two different things, right? And intent is what you really want, or at least what you really think you want. Like my friend said, well, I don't want to have a relationship. At that point in time, she sincerely meant it. Yeah. And that was the
yeah,
problem. See, that's why I asked her in that way what happened to lead up to that drama. I didn't, because otherwise you have to feel the energy come to really connect to it. You see, I could have just asked her, "Did you set an intent?" No, but when she said it that way, she realized there was that real, genuine energy that goes with it. Right? You can think you want something, you can say you want something, but if the energy that you truly wanted, this kind of comes from your middle, from your insides here. If that doesn't accompany it, nothing happens. Yeah. So an intent is a
hmm,
very, very, very profound and potent thing. It's huge. It's a huge deal. Now, clarity of intent also means being clear about what it is that you are doing, what you need to do. And this isn't necessarily about having an intent, right? It can be just an ordinary stuff in your life that's not necessarily set as an intent, but know what it is that you are doing in your life, right? So, all right, let's just take clarity of intent when it comes to your teaching. Yes, you if you know what your lesson is going to be about, and you also are clear as to what you are looking to accomplish in the students, right? What level of awareness, understanding, connectivity do you want them to have? Oh, I see. Wow. Oh, that really changes the whole picture now, right? My point is, once you know these sort of things, you know where you are going. You start noticing all the signs and the flow, the movement that is pertinent and relevant to where you are going, to your goals, your ideas, in your intent stuff, right? Now, they aren't necessarily intense in the pure sense. They might just be ordinary goals of a, like I say, you're teaching stuff. You don't necessarily have an intent to do that. You might have, or you likely have, because you're sincere about what you do. But my point that I'm making is that when you have this clarity of vision, whether it be goal or idea or intent, doesn't matter. It leverages the brain to notice what is relevant and pertinent to your goal, your idea, your intent. It's how the brain works. It's just by association. The more clear you are, the more able your brain is to make those associations. Oh, this is handy for you. This is handy for you. Yeah. When you go to the
Yeah.
supermarket, when you go to the supermarket, right? I'm assuming, do you go shopping yourself?
Yeah.
You do?
Every time. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So when you go shopping and you go shopping for your household, yourself and the three girls, yeah? You walk down the aisle, you see something, okay, yes, we need this, yes, we need that. You know exactly what you're doing, right? Likely you don't even just randomly walk down the aisles, you know exactly where to go, right? Because you know exactly what you need. You know what your household needs. But if I say, Rashta, go shopping for me, here's the money, please. And you're like, what the hell? Now you stuck because how do
Yeah.
you know what I need? You see my point? So you may have an idea, okay, well, more or less of a household or single person, whatever, but still, it makes your job inordinately more difficult, right? When you don't have clarity about what you need, yes, whether it's now intent or a goal or things like this, right? So you see what I mean? If to shop for somebody else is very difficult because you don't know exactly what they need. Of course, if they give you a list, well, then yes. But if you ask, well, what is it that you need? Well, I say, I don't need anything in particular, just I just need general household things. Okay, well, at least that gives you some clue. General household things. That's a start. You see my point? The more clear we have, the easier it goes. So clarity of intent is like that. We notice things too. If you take a woman and relationships, right? If they're ambiguous about being in a relationship, then they don't meet very many men. If they're very clear about wanting to be in a relationship, then men are just coming out of the woodwork usually, no?
Yeah.
Clarity of intent makes us notice things, makes us connect to things. So clarity of intent is a huge deal. Very, 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 very big deal. Profound, profound thing. It leverages the brain's emphasis, right? You notice things when you know what you want. You notice it. Yes? You know what I'm talking about? When you're very
Yeah,
clear
yeah,
about
I
what you want,
was
you notice things that are connected to it, that lead to it, that are like two, three steps away, maybe, but you see it. Yeah. Very powerful.
when I got engaged to my husband. So first, obviously, I was working for 3 years, like 3 years. I was going to the same routes, okay, and noticing this different thing when you obviously are in your car. But when I get engaged, so I saw so many billboards where my husband name was written. So
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
before that, for 3 years,
Exactly.
my brain didn't work that this name is written on this is. But when I got engaged to him, my brain started noticing the
Exactly.
relevant. So
Exactly.
it was like
Exactly.
his name is written on every wall or
Yeah.
uh, everywhere. So this is I'm relating it to this that okay, that this is how our brain works.
Exactly.
So many times on the us award and we are all getting added new words to our dictionaries or new word to our vocabularies.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when you see a particular word, then you are noticing it into even conversation, and
Exactly.
it's like that we are attracting
Exactly.
that word.
Exactly. Now, look at my genius here, if I may say so. Okay, I'm having a bit of fun with myself. But there is a genius to
Okay.
the dictionary of power. Because that's why it's the dictionary of power. When you make an entry in there, this is a very serious deal. This is a very big deal. This is a profound thing that you're adding in, right? This is a power conception. Now, you aren't just adding it to your dictionary of power, you're adding it to your vocabulary. When you start using
Yeah.
that term, you start seeing how it applies. You see how it connects, right? And at some point, every participant says, "Oh my
Mhm.
God, I'm seeing how it all connects, and it's like they have this epiphany, right?" It's a very big deal.
Yeah,
Very big deal.
this is
So, and
also
also,
amazes me
it
that
connects
how,
inside your brain,
yeah.
right? When you start to use it, you can't be
Mm,
false and use it phonily, because you're an honest person, you aren't a phony. So that means your brain has to now rewire itself in order for you to actually become these terms that you use. Yeah, very powerful, Rasta.
yeah.
Very, very powerful. Each word is an
Okay.
intent in
So
itself. Yeah? Conceptions in particular are intents. The moment you embrace impeccability as something you want, and something that you not just want but see as important before you even want it. If you say to yourself, "Oh, I understand what impeccability is. I see now why it's important." In that moment, you set an intent to become impeccable. How can you not? The two go hand in hand. If you see the sense of it, how can you not intend doing it or becoming it? See, you can't.
yeah,
It happens automatically. That's why it's awareness, discernment, and understanding. You have this in your dictionary of power, ADU. Yes.
yeah,
First, you become aware of the concept, the idea. Then you discern it. Like now we are doing a discernment on intent and a little bit on intention, right? Through that discernment, we're looking at it from all the angles. We're thinking it through to the end. We're seeing the multi layers. We're seeing the multi connectivity, right? And through that, we come to understand. Now I've got no reservations, right? When we started on impeccability, I'm like, well, I'm not so sure about this. Well, it sounds all fine and well, but I don't know. Right? That's where we may be when we start on new terms. But the more it gets explained, the more you go through all the discern. Oh, I see. Yeah, I thought it went this way, but now I see. Oh, I see beyond that. I see the more. It's like, look, I see the light. You see, I see the light here. You see the light. We seeing the light. Anyway, so but I'm saying in that process, right? You 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 vanquish all these reservations, right? And you say, now all my doubts are gone. When all your doubts have been removed and you truly get it, that's when you really understand. When you truly understand, how do you not adopt it? It's impossible not to, correct?
yeah.
Right? You see how powerful it is, right? Now, ADU leads to application. So it's ADUA actually, right? Because once you understand, how do you not put it into action? Then you just be a hypocrite, no? See? See the power of
Okay.
impeccability and
Okay.
why
See, so
impeccability is the core term,
yeah.
right?
So I'm sorry.
What happened?
It's 6:30 almost.
Yeah.
So I have to prepare the
Okay, no problem, no problem. We did it.
breakfast.
We did a lot, even though it was a short thing. Doesn't matter. This and you see the difference
Yeah.
between impeccability. Sorry, intent and intention. Intentions are just hollow.
Oh,
They mean nothing. That's the point, right? But intent is a serious commitment. It's a serious action. It's an application of energy. And since impeccability is best use of energy, you better make sure that you have clarity of intent so that you can use your energy to best effect, that it doesn't get wasted and squandered. Yes?
okay.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Can I say hello to them?
Yeah, he's Mariam.
Oh, hello,
Mariam, say hi
Mariam.
to
Hello,
see.
Mariam.
Hi.
Hello. Hello. It's nice to hear your voice
Hi,
again,
say
Mariam. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Are you well, Mariam? Are you
How are
well?
you, Safe?
I am very well, thank you. I am very well. I'm even better because I heard your voice. It makes my heart happy. Beautiful thing. It's a very beautiful thing.
how is उनकी cutting कैसी
How is
How
what?
is
नहीं उनकी cutting कैसी है
okay?
she says your haircut is good.
Oh, thank you. I gave it to myself with the clippers. I went.
वो कह रहे
Where could you
Yep.
वो कह रहे मैंने खुद ही की है
Yeah. So I did it myself. So it's a homemade haircut.
अच्छा
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I'll let you go. I'll let you go. You got motherly duties to take care of. And Mariam, will you say
Yeah, okay.
hi to Matia and
Michaela.
Michaela? And Michaela for me, please. Will you?
Michaela. Okay,
Mariam, will you
okay,
say
I
hello
will.
to them for me,
Okay,
please?
I will.
And
Huh?
will you give them a kiss
Yes.
for me right
Yes.
there? Right there. Right on the spot. Uh, will you give them each a kiss for me?
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. And then they must give you the kiss as
Okay,
well.
say goodbye.
Right there.
Bye-bye.
All
Say
right. Bye-bye.
goodbye.
Bye-bye, Mariam.
Say
Bye-bye, Rashta. Bye-bye. I'm keen to hear
Okay,
your repeat backs and takeaways of module 1, session 1, clarity of intent. Next time. Next time.
okay, okay,
Bye-bye.
okay.
Bye-bye. Very
Thank
powerful.
you.
Very powerful this was. Very powerful. Very cool.
Yeah,
Lots to think
I
about. Lots
think
to think about.
we will
Yes?
be, yeah, we will be available in the evening because I have to discuss something about Matya. She's
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
sensitive, so I was
Okay.
concerned about
Okay.
this.
Okay. Well, I'd like to talk to her as well.
Okay, so
All right. All right.
okay,
It's
okay.
good that they're
Thank
sensitive.
you.
It's good that they're sensitive. Bye bye, Rashta. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.